I'm Dean, I'm the dad.
I'm Laura, I'm the mom. And I'm Krysta, I'm the daughter.
And together we are Family Plot. We did that pretty good. How are you all today? I know you had a rough day of dealing with people that are idiots.
Oh, it was same day different day.
I don't know. The people you were talking to today, definitely high idiot count.
I've yawned in total.
Like 19 times, and that's just since we started recording.
66 times.
And that was only 46 seconds ago, so, that's a lot of yawning.
Yeah. How about you? There's the 67th. You always throw us under the bus. What's up with you, sir?
You know what? I'm so good that I can squeeze Gladys Knight in the Pips and get a glass of Juice Newton. That's how good I am.
You've been working on that one all week?
No, just for the last hour or so. It just popped in my head.
Oh, okay. It was okay. Yeah, not too bad. Hopefully we don't get... we don't get any of their attorneys calling us about using their names in our podcast, but I think most of them are gone now anyway, aren't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
So, first, thanking our listeners for being out there and having our backs once again this week. Remember, if you like the show, please share it with your friends on social media. If you don't enjoy the show, just keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Also, remember that you can go to Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee and donate to the show, which always helps us out. Patreon is weekly donations, monthly donations. You can do like a 3, 5, 10, whatever. Whereas Buy Me a Coffee is one time. So if you want to help out the show, that's the way to do it. Now, that's, for once, I got into everything. Like
I was trying to be cognizant of your layout for the...
So today, we travel back in time to the Battle of Gettysburg, which is someplace they didn't go in that movie. A 3-day battle that saw brother versus brother and friend versus friend, and horrific medical practices. Horrific.
Very horrific.
It is believed this is the reason the area is so full of ghosts. Tonight, we dig into the history and hauntings that make up the Gettysburg battle site.
What?
But first, Krista has weird facts.
Oh, yeah. Are they weird?
Krista.
Are they weird? Really interesting. They're not really weird. Weird might be a bit of an overstatement, but we'll go with it because it has a nice ring to it. You know what else has a nice ring to it? My coffee cup.
I was going to say the chorus of the bells. What are we talking about here?
I don't know. It was just, I was trying
a wedding?
To be funnier than I actually am.
We're talking about talking. So, Yeah, today's facts are on Civil War.
Interesting, because I had planned to go into some of this. So let's see what you hit.
This is from history.com.
Ooh, good place to go. I get a lot of facts from there.
History.com. This is by Dennis Gaffney.
Gaffney?
Very nice.
Gaffney.
Very nice.
Like Gaffney.
Well, I was just getting that it was a Gaffney, not a Daphne. G, not a D.
Yeah.
And you got it. So perfect.
And you want to know when this was made?
Sure.
May 10th, 2011.
Wow.
Cool.
Back when
Very
Chris...
close. That's very close to another child's birthday.
That we have in our family.
Yes. And our Crystalline would have been little 2-year-old Crystalline.
I'm 12. And I'm gonna be 13 here soon.
Yes.
Yes, you will.
All right, Crystalline. So, what facts did Mr. Gaffney put down for us today?
Mr. Gaffney, the first one. 1/3 of the soldiers who fought for the Union Army were immigrants, and nearly 1 in 10 was African American.
Ah, there you go.
The Union Army was a multicultural force, even a
Multinational?
multinational one. We often hear about Irish soldiers. 7.5% of the army. But the Union's ranks include more Germans, 10%, who marched off in regiments such as Cuban volunteers. Other immigrant soldiers were French, Italian, Polish, English, English, and Scottish. In fact, one in 4
Regiments.
regiments contained a majority of foreigners. Blacks were permitted to join the Union Army in 1863, and some scholars believe that this infusion of soldiers may have turned the tide of the war.
Oh, that's not a bad thing.
No. Interesting.
Absolutely. We definitely are glad that the war tide got turned, because we definitely appreciate the fact that we have a whole country and that slavery is not a thing anymore.
Right. Black Union soldiers refused their salaries for 18 months to protest being paid lower wages than white soldiers.
Wow.
When black soldiers began signing up with the Union Army in early 1863, they were paid $10 a month. White soldiers were paid at least $13. With officers earning more, blacks were further insulted when only they were charged a 3-monthly fee for clothing, lowering their pay to $7 a month.
Wow.
As a result, the highest paid black soldier earned about half the lowest paid white soldier's salary.
Yeah.
To protest these conditions, black regiments, right?
Yeah.
Regiments refused to accept their inferior wages. Finally, pressure from
Abolitionists.
abolitionists congressmen, coupled with the courage black soldiers had shown in combat, persuaded
Yeah.
Congress to rectify the pay structure.
Good deal.
In September 1864, black soldiers finally received pay that was retroactive to their enlistment date. For many, this meant they finally had enough money to send some home to their families.
Oh,
And
awesome.
then the ad down here says easiest credit card to get. A Visa card.
Interesting.
Boy, talk about your ads that are just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right?
We got paid in cash. Holy shoot, this one's a long one. We can do it though. Harriet Tubman led a raid to free slaves during the Civil War. I'm not reading this whole thing, so we're just gonna stick with that sentence.
She led a raid to free slaves during the Civil War. Okay, cool.
No. This is
No. Do you know anything else about Harriet Tubman?
Harriet Tubman is escaped slave who led others to freedom on the Underground Railroad before the war arrived at the Union camp at Fort Royal, South Carolina. In the spring of 1862, to support the Union cause, she began teaching freed slave women skills that could earn them wages with the Union Army. But soon she was gathering intelligence about the countryside from the freed slaves and taking river
reconnaissance, yes.
reconnaissance trips.
Wow.
On June 1st, 1863, Tubman and Union Colonel James Montgomery.
Union Colonel James Montgomery.
It says
Colonel. It's pronounced Colonel. I don't know why. It should, but it doesn't. Probably German.
Colonel James Montgomery steamed into the interior with 300 black Union soldiers. The troops swept through nearby
Plantations, you were right.
plantations, burning homes and barns as Union gunboats sounded their whistles. Slave men, women, and children came streaming from the countryside, reminding Tubman of the children of Israel coming out of Egypt. More than 720 slaves were shuttled to freedom during the mission. In the first raid led by a woman during the Civil War, Tubman liberated 10 times the number of slaves she had freed in 10 years on the Underground Railroad.
Wow. That's quite the feat there for quite the lady, I would say.
Number 4. I know, we're already at number 4.
Rolling.
Rolling.
I know, right?